Okay, let me tell you a story real quick. It's just gonna be a quick story, okay? We're gonna go back into 2020, the days where I was around 18 or 19, and I was playing a game called The Last of Us 2. Do you guys remember that game? I remember playing The Last of Us 1, and I absolutely loved it. It was possibly one of my favorite games of all time. I loved this story. I loved the chilling music that it gave, the world that I could just look around and breathe in every once in a while. So going into The Last of Us 2, I had already had high hopes, and I loved it. After Last of Us 2, after like many hours of just playing this like absolute gut wrenching, like hardcore story, at the end of it all, this is how I was. God damn. I'm fucking exhausted. But there was a beauty in beating The Last of Us 2 and finding out this hardcore story comes to a conclusion with Ellie with her own troubles and also with some new characters that come in. Now that we talked about Last of Us 2, okay, this is where it's gonna get a little tricky. Last of Us 2 won Game of the Year 2020, and I remember people being very upset about it because they were like, what? Ghost of Tsushima should have won. What the hell is this bullshit? And I was like, man, these guys are fucking idiots. Okay, I'm gonna go play Ghost of Tsushima right now. And my brother was a big fan of Ghost of Tsushima, so he let me play his copy of the game. So I played it for like about an hour, and I dropped it because I was like, man, this is fucking boring. No wonder that it lost to Last of Us 2, man. This shit is so boring. Fuck this game. And I remember I was around 18 or 19, and the thing is, I was a dumb, fucking, stupid ass monkey brain bitch. That's what I was. I was so stupid and so dumb. Yes, I know. The best gamer of all time can sometimes be wrong. And I'm here to tell you that I actually revisited Ghost of Tsushima after many, many years. And I'm deciding to give it a second chance. I finally beat the game, and now I actually have an opinion about it. And my opinion about this game is that it's possibly one of the most gorgeous games that I've ever played. I think the biggest thing about Ghost of Tsushima that made me fall in love with it is this world. Holy shit! You have sort of going back in time with Japan and with this Japanese culture of samurais, and god damn, is it fucking cool. I walk around, there's a fox. The fox leads me to a den. I'm like, hell yeah, I love this thing. I walk around, there's a little golden bird chasing me and showing me, hey, there's some shit over here. I love this thing. You get to see different kind of structures, different kind of buildings, probably even some statues, lots of cool stuff that you just walk around and you're just kind of staring at the atmosphere this whole game has, and the music just backs it up by the minute. If you're at sort of a peaceful moment, a slower moment, you have these little strings coming in and a little flute coming in. It makes you feel like it's magical, makes you feel like it's enchanting. The battles are just surrounded by this big horns and these beating drums that make you go, okay, I'm ready to fight. Let's do this. Come on, let's go. Who's next? Overall, Ghost of Tsushima really does immerse you with its world and with its music and artwork. This thing is so beautiful that sometimes I would even just stop and just stare at the little plants and even the trees and even the skies. I would just stare at so much and just catch myself in the moment, just stopping myself from playing the game and going, God damn, they really did some nice work with this. Alright, enough about the world though. Now let's get to some big boy stuff. The fucking gameplay. The best way that I can describe the gameplay of Ghost of Tsushima it's fucking brutal. You have these different stances for different enemies, but usually I just use one stance and it just kind of works for the whole team, I guess. And then you have these different kind of utilities that you can use along with your missions. I don't think the gameplay is really the best part about this game. I think it's the flashiness that it really provides us. You do a little standoff with the group leader. You both stand there in the wind staring at each other in the eyes. Maybe the most epic moment that you'll ever find in your life. Realistically, if you want the best fights, you gotta go check out these mythic battles, because these were my favorite parts. The only parts that I hate about the mythic battles is the way to get to the actual battle. This shit is, fuck, what the hell? Why do I gotta find this shit? I think also one of the best highlights in this game was this one guy that I found, and he was like supposed to be a samurai, so we did a 1v1, but after I pulled out my sword, he just kind of gave up. He said he didn't want to fight no more.
Wait, I don't want to die. I surrender. I'm sorry.
Sometimes this fighting can get repetitive. It's just a bit of a hack and slash just for me right now. But I can appreciate how they brought out this flashiness and this kind of intense feeling whenever you're fighting somebody. I do appreciate that they try to at least make it look like a big ass action movie. Okay. We talked about the world and the music and the artwork. We gave that like, yo, let's go. That's the best part. We talked about the little bit of a gameplay. We were like, it's pretty solid, pretty solid. Now it's time to get into the story. Big boy time. Basically, the story is, I give up. I'm gonna try to tell you how this story goes without spoiling it, but it gets pretty rough sometimes, okay? So bear with me just a little bit. You play as Jin, basically a samurai who's kind of struggling with the code of honor. He's really just trying to figure out what it is. He's grown up with the code of honor by his uncle, Lord Tsushima, or Shimura. Fuck. Basically, a lot of shit happened. The Mongolians have just attacked Tsushima. Their fucking ravages are savages. Why did I say ravages? Savages, and they're fucking monsters. These guys are brutal, and honestly, I think this was the best villain to choose for a game like this. I know that it probably happened in history, but damn, these guys are so fucking brutal. I think the big thing to point out is that the Mongolians, they don't play with honor. They say fuck that shit. I literally, first minute I saw someone get lit on fire. What the fuck? Jin basically has to figure out if he's going to fight with honor or not with these Mongolians. Basically, a bunch of stuff like you have to become the monster to fight the monster. You know what I'm saying? But then Jin's uncle, he's like, no, you have to fight with honor. And then fucking Jin's friend is like, no, these guys are fucking lighting people on fire. They are doing the worst shit possible. Please, for God's sake, just listen to me. Now, you think that it might be just a story of how Jin is struggling with all this, but deep down, you start to struggle with all this shit. God damn, this game makes you feel like an asshole. I remember at one point, I was in a camp and I was using sneak attacks because, you know, I was like, damn, I'm not gonna fight all those people. I'm low level. And I basically Assassin's Creed this one motherfucker. And then I got a flashback of Jin's uncle telling me about honor. Oh no. Oh no, what did I do? Oh no. Oh shit.
And take his life.
This game's making me feel like an asshole again. It sounds like a basic story, but really, it does come to fold together with all these different characters, with all these different morals in the line. There's so much that I wish I could tell you about this story, but I don't want to spoil it for the people who haven't played it yet. But all I can say is, at the end, you are finally faced with the decision of honor or the ghost of Tsushima. It is such a heartbreaking ending that I think the decision that I chose was the best one, but either way, you just walk around with the feeling of just dread and just absolute achievement of beating this goddamn beautiful story. Ghost of Tsushima, I'd like to apologize for 2020 Taco. He didn't know what the fuck he was getting into, and now that I've replayed this game, I gotta say, this game was just a masterpiece. And at the end of it all I could say was just, damn, fucking hell.
かのためにある。我が身真実となるはいつの日ぞ。我が身真実となるはいつの日ぞ。